morning, and welcome to an all-new Eye of the Tiger. I'm Rachel Barber.
And I'm Nick Chang.
Following the resignation of board member Linda Park, the district board chose Andrew Tagg to fill the empty position.
Andrew Tagg has been elected to the RJU HSD board after missing out on the opportunity in the November election.
It's like I've gotten a second chance after falling just short on the election to do what I intended to do, and that was support education and to continue to promote policies and procedures that give the students of the district the very best education possible.
Board member Paige Stouse feels that Tagg is the right person for the job.
I've gotten to know Andrew quite well through the whole election process, so I wasn't concerned about his commitment to students, and I just think he's a good fit for our board.
Tagg hopes to work with the district to provide a wide variety of educational opportunities for students.
A new internet firewall was implemented on campus.
This semester, you might have seen a new screen when trying to access your favorite social media site. That's because Roseville High School implemented a new firewall over winter break, with the new system prioritizing speed.
And with a new system, it always needs fine-tuned. And so there are some things that it blocked that weren't blocked before, stuff like that. And hopefully, and I don't know the numbers right now, but hopefully the performance of the network has increased. And that was the main purpose. We have to have a firewall in process. It's law. And we thought we could go with a different product just to kind of speed up our overall bandwidth.
While speed is the main concern, we reached out to a student to see if he felt that there was a real difference in the network.
No, not really. Only when I use Netflix, that's a little slower. Okay. But other than that, no.
Students across campus expressed some concern due to inconsistent blocks on websites and programs they were used to using. However, Purvines claims it's part of the fine-tuning process.
Because there's appropriate issues for a high schooler to go to that are not appropriate for an elementary school student to go to, and some of the firewall companies just block everything and aren't relative to level of student. So those types of things need to be fine-tuned from time to time. And when we went with the first firewall, it took a while to fine-tune it, and that's happening now. I don't think there's any plan of blocking anything in particular different than we did before.
Even though many website blocks are currently getting lifted, one big part of the web still remains blocked: social media.
It's a challenge because social media has a lot of really good aspects to it, but it also has some very horrible aspects to it. And people need to be trained up as to what is appropriate and inappropriate use to it, and that gets really challenging for schools. And we want to make sure that students aren't using it to bully each other. We want to make sure students aren't doing those things. And we also want to protect things like their NCAA eligibility. We want to do things that don't follow them the rest of their lives, because I think a lot of teenagers now, they throw things out there and they don't think about it's out there now and there's no pulling it back. And so social media is always something that is always in the back burner, talking about how do we handle it and how do we manage it.
From Eye of the Tiger, this is Dan Gunko. We now go back to news.
Thanks, Dan. AP Comparative Government was approved by the District Senate last Thursday. Given school board approval, CompGov may replace the unweighted Law and Justice course for seniors who enroll in AP US Government for next school year. Visit eyeofthetigernews.com for more on the story.
We now go to Josh with sports.
Good morning and welcome to this week's edition of VOTSN. I'm Josh Carson. 4 winter sports teams are representing Roseville High School in playoffs this week, and we got their first game matchups coverage for you today. Starting with boys basketball, you see the reaction there as they found out last Thursday night not only have they made it back into the playoffs for the first time since 2013, but that they will also host a home playoff game as the number 7 seed. Number 10 Yuba City out of the Tri-County Conference will take them on live on eyeofthetigernews.com tomorrow night at 7. Tonight at 7 on eyeofthetigernews.com, the number 5 ranked girls basketball team will face off against number 12 Lodi out of the Tri-City Athletic League. The Tigers finished 20-7 overall and 12-2, first place in the CVC. Last year, the girls team won their home playoff game against Del Oro in overtime 56-53. They went on to lose in the second round. Okay, let's move on to soccer now. The boys soccer team will come in as the number 4 seed in their bracket, thanks in large part to their stifling number 1 defense in the CVC. They only allowed 9 goals in league play. They will take on number 13 Rodriguez out of the Monticello Empire League at home tonight at 6:30. Finally, girls soccer rounds out the 4 winter sports teams that have made it into the postseason, and they will be the only team to start their playoff run on the road as the Tigers clinch the number 10 seed and will play at number 7 River City out of the Tri-County Conference. Both teams finished second in their respective leagues. And that's it on your home for Roseville High School sports. Top plays, breakdowns, and more. I have the Tiger Sports Network, EOTSN. Now we go over to entertainment.
Thanks, Josh. The new CW show Riverdale puts a refreshing yet dark spin on the Archie comics. The show follows the story of familiar faces from the classic comic, but puts them in mysterious and riveting situations that keep you on the edge of your seat. The plot is full of alternating storylines that keep you interested and get you invested in the characters. Personally, I really love the relationship between Betty and Veronica as opposed to their catty nature in the original comics. Cole Sprouse's portrayal of Jughead Jones is really unique, and he does a wonderful job serving as the narrator of the show. He brings the murder mystery film vibe to the show and adds a very ominous film noir. I would really recommend this show to anyone who's missing shows like The Vampire Diaries and needs a new teen soap to obsess over. Now we go back to news.
A group of juniors have started a new blog. We go to Spencer Serratos with the story.
Several Roseville High School students have created a comedy-inspired blog which talks about things they are interested in, including sports as one of the main topics. Jamie Bateman is one of the students who contributes to anchordowninc.net.
I knew a couple of guys that enjoyed writing about stuff that they could, kind of voice their opinion about, and that was really the intention, was just like have fun, write about stuff you're passionate about.
Ben Furtick and Joey Cirincione also provide content to the blog in which they cover news-related topics while voicing their own opinion in a comical fashion.
I think it's a lot of fun. We were kind of inspired by guys like Total Frat Move and Barstool Sports and what they do. It looks like they have a lot of fun, so that's what we're trying to do, kind of.
I just think it's a great outlet for just pure stories on current events.
In addition to spending time with friends, there may be an advantage for bloggers like Bateman.
It's pretty cool because, I enjoy writing about stuff that I'm passionate about, and also it doesn't look bad, as far as college resumes and stuff, extracurricular.
Bateman's freshman sister, Elena, finds it impressive that Jamie and his friends were able to start their own blog.
When I do listen to it, I think it's pretty funny to listen to, because I don't really get to see him or, see him interact with, his friends, then it's kind of cool to, listen to what he thinks about different things.
You can check out the blog for yourself at anchordowninc.net.
Expect new podcasts weekly from Anchor Down on iTunes.
That's it for us today at Eye of the Tiger.
And remember, we're always on at eyethetigernews.com. See you next time.